Hello children, I hope you all are in good health. Today we are going to continue same chapter, that is chapter 2, Physical Quantities and Measurement, part 3. I hope children you have seen all the previous videos related to this chapter. Now before starting this chapter, I will request you to subscribe this channel so that as soon as any new videos are uploaded, you can get the notification. Children, in previous video, I have already taught you about relative density bottle. Now in this activity, we are going to study that how we can determine the density of a liquid using relative density bottle. Means relative density bottle के साथ आप density of the liquid कैसे निकाल सकते हैं. Now what all are the materials you required? First of all, you require a relative density bottle. Then you need to take a liquid whose density you need to find, and that liquid can be anything like your alcohol, kerosene or brine water. What is brine water? Brine water is a water having a concentration of a salt, or you can say a salty water. Then you require a physical balance and distilled water. One more thing children, that this activity is very important because with the help of this activity, your concept of numericals will also be get clear. So kindly pay attention when you are going through this activity. Now first of all, how you are going to perform this activity? You will take an RD bottle. What you are going to do? You will wash the RD bottle with distilled water and dry it well. Okay. Now after that, what you will do? You are going to find the mass of this bottle using a balance. Then you are going to find the mass of the empty RD bottle using a balance. Suppose the mass of the empty RD bottle is M1. Okay. Now again you are going to take same RD bottle. RD bottle means relative density bottle, and you are going to fill this bottle with the distilled water. And again you are going to weigh it on physical balance, and suppose this time the mass of the bottle is M2. What was M1? M1 was the mass of the empty RD bottle. Okay. And M2 is the mass of the RD bottle plus distilled water. Okay. Now what you are going to do? Again you are going to empty this RD bottle and you are going to fill this bottle. Fill this bottle with the liquid whose relative density is to be determined. Now you will take again the same bottle. You are going to empty this bottle, and again in the same RD bottle you are going to fill this bottle with the liquid whose relative density, or you can say density, you need to determine. Now again insert the stopper. Some of the liquid will drain out through the stopper. Dry bottle well from the outside and find the mass of the bottle with the liquid. So after filling this RD bottle with the liquid whose relative density or whose density you need to find, you are again going to weigh this bottle using a physical balance, and let us say that this time the mass of the bottle is M3. So is it clear children? M1, M2, M3. M1 was the, what was M1? M1 was the mass of the empty RD bottle. Empty RD bottle. Okay. Then with the same bottle, we have filled that same bottle with distilled water, and again we have find the mass of that bottle, and let us say that time the mass was M1 was the mass of empty RD bottle. M2 was the mass of RD bottle, plus in that RD bottle we have filled distilled water. Okay. Then again we have took the same bottle, and let us say that this time we have filled this RD bottle with the liquid, unknown liquid. Unknown liquid can be anything, either alcohol, kerosene or brine water. We have filled this RD bottle with the liquid and we have weighed that bottle, and that time suppose the mass was M3. Just go through it, children. See, same thing is given here in the observation and calculation. Mass of empty RD bottle M1. Okay, then same bottle you have taken and you have filled that bottle with the distilled water. That time the mass is M2, and then again you have emptied that bottle, and in that bottle you have filled the liquid whose density or relative density you need to determine, and let us say that time the mass was M3. Now children, here one line is given, mass of the distilled water is equals to M2 minus M1 and mass of the liquid is equals to M3 minus M1. Children, what was the mass of the empty RD bottle? M1, empty RD bottle. Then M2 was the mass of the bottle plus, this was the mass of empty RD bottle, and M2 was the mass of the bottle plus distilled water, and M3 was the mass of the bottle plus the liquid whose relative density you need to determine. Now suppose children, if you need to find the mass of the distilled water, then what you will do? Mass of the distilled water, what we can do? Can we subtract M1 from M2, that is M2 minus M1, or not? Same thing is given in your book. Means we can take the mass of the bottle plus distilled water together, and उसमें से हम किसको subtract कर दें? Mass of the empty bottle को. So what will happen? Mass of the empty bottle will get subtracted, and you will be left with the mass of the distilled water. Am I clear, children? Just see, look here on the screen. If you have to find the mass of the distilled water, then what you will do? From the combined mass of the bottle and distilled water, if you are going to subtract the mass of the empty bottle, that was individual mass, then both the mass of the empty bottle will get cancelled and you will be left with the mass of the distilled water. Okay, M2 minus M1. So you have got the mass of the distilled water. Now what second thing you require? Mass of the liquid. Same way, if you require mass of liquid, can we do M3 minus M1? What is this M3? M3 is the combined mass of the bottle plus liquid whose relative density you need to determine. And from that, what you are going to subtract? You are going to subtract the mass of the empty RD bottle. In the beginning, you have found the mass of the empty RD bottle. Yes or no? Now again, mass of the bottle will get cancelled and you are left with the mass of the liquid. Means from the combined, for getting the mass of the distilled water, you can, from the combined mass of the bottle and distilled water, you can subtract the mass of the empty RD bottle. Same way, if you want to get the mass of the liquid, then from the combined mass of the bottle and liquid, you can subtract the mass of the empty bottle. Okay. I suppose I am clear. If you are not clear with this thing, just kindly watch this video again and again. I am sure that it will be more clear to you, or you again go through your study material. If it is not clear, then again you can ask me. Okay. Now children, before starting with the calculation, do you remember the definition of relative density? RD is equals to density of substance upon density of water at 4 degree Celsius. Now we can also write like this also. At the density of the substance, can we write mass of substance upon volume of substance, big division bar, mass of water upon volume of water. Now since the volume of substance and volume of water are same, they will cancel each other. Hence we are left with the another definition of relative density, that is mass of substance upon mass of water. And same formula is applied here also. See here, as the volume of both the liquid and water are same, therefore relative density of liquid is equals to m3 minus m1 upon m2 minus m1. Look here, this formula. Rd of the liquid is equals to m3 minus m1 upon m2 minus m1. So what is m3 minus m1? m3 minus, that is Rd is equals to m3 minus m1 is the mass of liquid divided by mass of distilled water. So is it the same thing related to the definition of Rd or not? So this is the way that you can determine the relative density of the unknown liquid. So relative density of the unknown liquid is equals to, in terms of mass, if you have to find, then mass of liquid upon mass of distilled water at 4 degrees Celsius. Now where the volume has gone, you know, since the volume of the liquid and volume of distilled water are the same, so they both cancel each other. Look here, the same formula is given here also. Relative density of a liquid. Now suppose if you want to get back the actual value of the density, then what you are going to do? You are going to multiply the relative density value with 1 gram per cubic centimeter. This thing I have already given you in the notes that from relative density value, if you want to get back Rd से अगर आपको density वापस चाहिए, so what you will do? In Rd value, you are going to multiply with either 1 gram per cubic centimeter or with 1000 kg per cubic meter. So same thing has been done here. You can see that density, अगर हमें Rd पता है और Rd से हमें density वापस चाहिए, तो क्या करेंगे? What was the Rd value? m3 minus m1 upon m2 minus m1. m3 minus m1 means mass of the liquid divided by mass of the distilled water. और अगर हमें density उस value से वापस चाहिए, तो you are going to multiply this Rd value with 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Children, this activity is really very important, and if the concept of this activity is clear to you, you will be easily able to do all the numericals. Okay, children? Now, here is example 4 exactly related to this activity. And just pay attention so that this concept of relative density is more clear to you. Now, what is given in the example? An empty Rd bottle. Just correlate with the previous activity which I have taught you right now. An empty Rd bottle has a mass of 25.25 gram. What was the mass of empty Rd bottle we took in the activity? We denoted with small m1. And see the mass of empty Rd bottle, how much given? 25.25 gram. Now when filled with water, the bottle has the mass of 55.75 gram. And when that same bottle is filled with water. So that time what was the mass? Means M2. M2 is the mass of the bottle plus water. So what is the mass that time? 55.75 grams. And 45.50 gram when filled with alcohol. Now what is the unknown liquid here? Alcohol is the liquid. So do you remember what were we denoting? M3. So M3 is the mass of the bottle plus this liquid, that is your, what is that unknown liquid? That is your alcohol. So what is that mass given here? 45.50 gram. Here the values are given directly. That is the reason that activity is taught to you, so that you could be clear with the concept. Now what is the question given, children? Here question is given, find the volume of the bottle. First of all, you need to find the volume of the bottle. Then you need to find relative density of the alcohol, and then density of the alcohol. Children, I think it is clear to you now that once if you get the value of the relative density of any liquid, then you can easily get back the actual value of density from that value by either multiplying it by 1 gram per cubic centimeter or by 1000 kg per cubic meter. Now see, the same thing is given here. Mass of MTRD bottle M1. जब MTRD bottle को हमने weigh किया तो mass ही है. I'm not telling you here the calculation part. I'm only explaining you here concept. Okay. Mass of RD bottle when filled with water, मतलब mass of bottle का और water के weight का together जो आया mass, that is 55.75. Then again mass of bottle plus alcohol, that is 45.50. So these two, M2 and M3, are the combined mass. Here it is the combined mass of bottle plus water, and here it is the combined mass of bottle plus alcohol. Alcohol is your unknown liquid, or now here it is already known that it is alcohol. Okay. Now again, first of all, you need to find the mass of the, volume of the bottle. So you know, for since the formula for density, rho is equals to small m upon capital V, and if you need to find the volume, so what you will do, volume V is equals to, what will be, we are going to do small m upon rho, means volume is equals to mass upon density. And since you need to find the volume of the bottle, so first of all, what we are going to do, we need what two quantities we need mass and density. Now see, just look at the solution, it will be more clear to you. As now, again the same thing as we have done in the previous activity. Suppose if you need to find the mass of the water, so mass of the water is equals to M2 minus M1. Okay. So M2, what is the value of M2? 55.75. And what is the mass of the empty bottle? 25.25. So after subtracting, you get the mass of the water. Means this is M2 is the combined mass of the bottle plus water, and M1 is the individual mass of the bottle. तो अगर हम बॉटल प्लस वाटर के मास से बॉटल के इंडिविजुअल मास को माइनस कर दें, सो वी विल गेट विद द mass of the water. Same thing we have got here. I think children, I am clear to you. Now as the density of the water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter, so the volume of the water in the bottle is, what will be the volume of the water? Since volume is equals to mass, volume of water is equals to mass of water upon density of water. Yes or no? So what is the mass of water? 30.50 gram. And what is the density of the water? 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so this gram gets cancelled and we are left with 30.50 cubic centimeter. Just see, look on the screen. Okay children. So same thing is given here. As you have got the mass of the water, we already know the density of the water, that is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. So we can easily find the volume of the water. Now again, same thing, very important. What is that? This means that the volume of the bottle is this. As you know children, that since here we are finding relative density, so we must be using a relative density bottle, and I have already explained you that RD bottle has a fixed capacity. Yes or no? Whatever the liquid you are going to fill with this, fill inside this bottle, so this bottle will contain particular amount of volume only. Whatever the capacity of this bottle will be, suppose it is 5 ml. So 5 liter, 5 ml, whatever is that. So it will contain that amount of liquid only. It has a fixed volume or fixed capacity. Okay. So same thing is here. This means that the volume of the bottle is this. Now whatever the amount of liquid is going to accommodate in this bottle, the same will be the volume of that bottle or not? Do you agree with this thing or not? Again I am repeating. Whatever will be the capacity. My drawing is not good, children. You already know. Whatever will be the capacity of this bottle, RD bottle, the same amount of the liquid will be there or not? Do you agree or not? Yes. Okay. Because RD bottle has a fixed capacity. तो जितनी बॉटल की कैपेसिटी होगी उतना ही लिक्विड आरडी बॉटल में एकोमोडेट करेगा. सो इट मीन्स इफ द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द बॉटल की वैल्यू जो आ रही है दैट इज 30.50 क्यूबिक सेंटीमीटर, अगर वॉल्यूम ऑफ द वाटर इज दिस मच, it means only this much amount of water is going to accommodate in this RD bottle. It means जितना पानी accommodate होगा उतना ही उसका क्या होगा बॉटल का वॉल्यूम होगा. सो दैट इज द रीजन whatever is the volume of the water in the bottle, same will be the volume of the bottle, that is 30.50 cubic centimeter. Now children, as you have found the mass of the water, that was M2 minus M1, which you have already learned from the previous activity. Same way you can find the mass of the alcohol or not, that is M3 minus M1. What is M3? M3 is the combined mass of the bottle plus alcohol or any liquid minus mass of the empty bottle. So bottle cancel and you will get with the mass of the alcohol. Because you have already found now the volume of the bottle. Volume of the bottle कितना होगा? जितना उसमें liquid आएगा उतना ही volume होगा bottle का. तो अगर आपने volume of the लिक्विड निकाल लिया, दैट इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द वाटर निकाल लिया उसमें, सॉरी, जितना उसमें वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर होगा उतना ही उसका क्या होगा वॉल्यूम ऑफ द बॉटल होगा. ओके, नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड द आरडी ऑफ अ alcohol. So what is in terms of relative density of alcohol? Mass of the liquid or alcohol upon or divided by mass of the water. So mass of the alcohol M3 minus M1, as I have already explained you. Okay, so what is M3? 45.50 minus 22.25. This is the value. Now formula you will apply. RD of alcohol is equals to mass of the liquid divided by mass of the water at 4 degrees Celsius, or mass of the water, whatever the mass of the water is you have found. Okay, so that is 22.25 gram divided by 30.50 gram, that is 0.66. Now this value is your RD value, that is your relative density value. See, it does not has a unit because you are taking two same quantities and gram gets cancelled. Now from this value you have, can you find the actual value of the density? Yes, I have already explained you in the activity how. Sorry, the relative density RD of the alcohol is 0.66. Therefore, if you want to get back density, then density of the alcohol is equals to RD of the alcohol into density of the water. Means अगर आपको actual value of the alcohol या unknown liquid चाहिए तो you need to multiply RD value by the density of water. So what was the RD value? 0.66 into density of the water at 4 degrees Celsius, 1 gram per cubic centimeter. That is, your value is 0.66 gram per cubic centimeter. Therefore, the density of the alcohol is 0.66 gram per cubic centimeter. I hope children I am clear to you. I have tried my well to explain you this thing. Once more I am making you revise this thing. Suppose, what is given? Suppose the mass of empty RD bottle is given, which you will take as M1, and mass of RD bottle with water, that is the combined mass of bottle plus water, that is your M2, and mass of again M3. What will be your M3? Mass of the bottle with alcohol or with any liquid, that is your M3. अगर अब आपको इसमें से suppose from M2, suppose here if you want the mass of the water, तो आप क्या करेंगे? Mass of the water is equals to m2 minus m1, means from the combined mass of bottle plus water, you are going to subtract the individual or empty mass of the bottle. That is, suppose here we have taken the m1, but here for explaining you I am keeping these thing. Okay, so mass of the bottle will cancel and you are left with the mass of the water. Okay, again if you want the, this was the way of finding the mass of the water. अगर आपको mass of the water चाहिए, mass of water, okay, तो m2 minus m1. नाउ सपोज अगर आपको मास ऑफ लिक्विड चाहिए, क्योंकि ये दोनों चीज आपको क्लियर होनी चाहिए क्लास. सो मास ऑफ द लिक्विड इज इक्वल्स टू m3 minus m1. What is m3? m3 is the combined mass of the bottle plus any liquid, like here it is alcohol, minus mass of the bottle. This cancel and you are left with the mass of the alcohol. So only these two concepts are there which you need to be very clear. Then you are going to apply the formula of the RD, relative density, is equals to mass of a substance upon mass of a water. So what is mass of the substance? Here the substance is your liquid. लिक्विड का मास आपने कैसे निकाला? m3 माइनस m1. और वाटर का मास आपने कैसे निकाला? m2 minus m1. और वॉल्यूम कहाँ गया? The volume has been cancelled since you have taken the equal volume of liquid and water. And suppose if you want to get back your, if you need to get back your density value, then what you will do? Then in RD value you are going to multiply either 1 gram per cubic centimeter or 1000 kg per cubic meter. Now children, I think I am very clear, but still if you have a doubt, you can comment me, and in one video I will make at last. In that video I will take all your doubts. So don't worry about that. Revise till here. Okay, and go now, you go through the numericals which are provided in your question answers. Okay, I think it will be now clear to you. And again you go through your study material. Thank you class.